Hi everyone, this is Smriti. I'm welcoming you all to my channel QA Automation Classes. So today we are going to continue with our stream session. Yesterday we completed introduction to the stream. We saw what are the different methods, what are exactly the streams, and how are the different methods we are going to use, what are the terminal methods, what are non-terminal methods, right? So today we are going to start with the filters, right? So what is a filter? So let's see, we have the functions, right? So I can show you the filter. Let's see here. Let me search. Okay, so filter. So if you see, let's go to the method declaration. So filter, it takes a predicate, returns a stream consisting of the element of the stream that match the given predicate. So this means we will create a collection. On top of it we'll add the stream method, and then we'll use the filter, and in the filter we have to use the predicate. Okay, so if you have gone through the functional programming videos, then you must have known what is the predicate. So predicate is something like it returns only true or false. Okay, so we'll use that predicate, and then we may collect it and store it to another collection, or we can directly go and print it. Okay, we'll see that one. So let's go to the IntelliJ. Here I have created one project, and here I'm going to create filter. So new, let's say new package. It's a filter. So inside that, let's create a class. Okay, so let's say filter demo one. I can say filter demo. So the class got created. Okay, so now let's start with the main method. Okay, so first of all, what we're going to do, the problem statement is, so let's have a collection. Okay, and in the collection we'll have list of integers, and out of those integers let's have the only even integers into the another list. Okay, so that's the problem statement. Let me go to the board and show you. So if you see here, okay, so let's say I have a list that has the value like 1 2 3, right, 4 5 and 6. Okay, so suppose this is a array of element 1 2 3 4 5 6, and out of that I want to filter only the even numbers. So the resultant array will have 2 and then 4 and then 6. These three things will be there in the output. Okay, so in order to do that, we can simply use the filter concept of the stream. And as we know, the streams are applied on the collection. So let's create a collection first, and then we'll apply the filter. So let's start with, we can take list of integers. Okay, let's say list. Okay, so list of integers. Okay, so let's say list of the integers. Okay, so list equals to, so what we are going to do, we are going to create a array list. Okay, so we can say new array list of integers. Okay, so new array list of integers, caps I, and then parenthesis, semicolon. Okay, and here we have to, sorry, not integers, you can say integer, right? Sorry. So so list of the integer, I have to import it, alt enter, import class list java.util. Yes, array list also we have to enter, alt enter, input class. Okay, so now we have, these are the what you can say, I'm creating a collection list of the integer. So the name is, I can say, instead of list, let's say integer, list of integers. Okay, let's say list of numbers, let's say list of numbers. Okay, so name is cool. List of numbers equals to new array list of the integer. So I have a integer list. Now what I am going to add, I am going to add the element to that collection. How to add the element to the collection? So I can say list of numbers, right? So let's say list of numbers dot add. So what we are going to add, see, the add integer e. So I'll say add 1. So similarly, let's copy paste this one multiple times. Okay, 2 3 4, sorry, 2 3 4. Okay, we keep on adding one more, let's add. Okay, so let's update these values. So this value changed to 2, this value changed to 3, this value changed to 4, now 5, So we change to 6 and 7. So what we have here, we have a list of integer and it has few numbers inside 1 to 7. So let's print this original array. Okay, so let's say s out. So I can say original list is, okay, so just say plus list of numbers, or we can use a iterator and go through it and iterate and print. Okay, for each loop we can do that as well, but this is also fine. So list of numbers we can say and we can print it. So let's see what it is printing. We should print all those numbers or not. So see, original list it 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so this is my original list. Now what I need to do, I need to use the stream method on top of it, and then I have to apply the filter. So how to use the stream? So now the collection object is list of numbers. So let's say list of numbers dot, okay, let's see, do we have the stream something, stream? See, so we have a stream method here, right? So let's select this one, stream method dot. So after that, what we are planning to do, we are planning to filter it, right? That was the earlier case, right? So what we wanted to, in earlier only we discussed, right? We want to apply the filter. So let's apply the filter. So it's saying filter will take the predicate. So let's take the filter. So here we have to use the lambda, right? The predicate one. So how to do? So I can say, let's say n, give the symbol. So n mod 2 double equals to 0. Okay, so this means for each number in the list of numbers, it will be evaluated as n mod 2 double equals to 0. If it is 0, right, if it is 0, then what we can do, we can then say there are two ways. Either we can collect it and store it into another collection, or we can directly display it over here. So let's collect it. So for that we have a method called collect. Okay, so if you see collect, right, so here let's say the collect method, and here inside the collect we have the collectors. Okay, so if you see collectors dot to list. Okay, so let's use this one. So collectors dot to list. So what it is going to return, it is going to return a list. Okay, so we have to store that into another list of integer, something we can say even number list we can say. Let's copy this one and put it here. So instead of list of numbers, so I can say list of even numbers. Okay, list of even numbers equals to okay, so this is the code now. So now I can go ahead and print. So let's say s out. So list of all even numbers are here. I can print this one, list of even numbers. Okay, so let's run it and see. List of all even numbers are 2 4 6. Original list 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. List of all even numbers are 2 4 6. So the entire logic or the entire work is done by this single statement. What is the single statement? We are creating the list of the integer list of even numbers equals to, so we already have the list of numbers. We are saying list of numbers dot stream dot filter. In the filter, the main is a condition. What condition we are giving? We are giving a predicate n uh, will be translated as n mod 2 double equals to 0. So for each element in the list of numbers, we are going to say for each number mod it with the 2 and check whether the result is 0 or not. If result is 0, if this returns true, right, dot collect. So we are going to collect those elements. How we are going to collect? Collectors dot to list. So it is going to collect it as a list. So the entire thing is going to give us a list of integer. These are all integers, right? So we say list of the integer. So system dot out dot println list of all even numbers are plus list of even numbers. So we are printing the list of even numbers. So here if you see 2 4 and 6 are the even numbers. So instead of collecting, we can directly display also, right? So the same code. Okay, so how to do this? So we can do the same thing. Instead of using the collect dot collector dot to list, we can easily use the for each, I believe, right? So let's see how that for each is going to work. So let's say list of, okay, so list of numbers dot stream dot filter. So instead of collect, okay, say dot. So for each. So for each, okay, so what we're going to say in the for each, we have to write the lambda also. So let's say n, okay, so lambda, we are saying we are going to print the element, right? So let's say system dot out dot print, okay, so here we are going to print what we are going to print. We are going to print the n and give some separator space in between. Okay, why I'm saying print? Because I want to see the output in the same line and each number will be separated with a space. Okay, so let's see. See, original list, this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, this is the one SOP, and second, this is through the collectors the to list. So now list of all event number 246, and this is directly there only we are going to print it. So for each n system.out.print n plus space. So here if you see 246. So I hope you guys are clear on the function part. Okay, so now this is not the only example, so we'll exercise multiple examples. Okay, and I will try to understand the complete filter functionality. So similarly, we can have the multiple filter also. We can combine them with the and or condition. Okay, so let's have one or two example to understand the and or condition. So maybe on the same list of number, or I can take another example. Okay, so let's take another example. Filter demo 1, let's say filter demo 2, filter demo 2. Okay, so I'll be copying few things here. Okay, the declaration part I can copy. I don't have to declare it. Okay, here. Okay, so now if you see public static void main string arguments. Okay, one more. Okay, fine. So list of integer, list of number, new array list of integer. This is what we can define, or there is another way to do it. So instead of defining this one, and here what we are doing, we are keep on adding, right? Each element we keep on adding to the original collection. Instead of that, what we can do, we can go with arrays.as list. Okay, so I think this one everyone knows that. Okay, so we can say arrays.as list, and here I can specify my numbers. Okay, so let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So we have array.as list 1 to 9 elements, list of numbers. So now let's understand one thing. So these are all, if you see, those are in the range of 0 to 10, right? So greater than 0 and less than 10. So similarly, have more like I can say 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Let's say we have these many numbers in the list. So if you see 1 to 10, okay, and then 11 to 16. So let's have all the single digit number and double digit number. Let's say I want to get the list of all single digit numbers, okay, and I want to know the all the numbers double digit number that we have in the array. Okay, so here what I can do, I can, on top of it, I can go and apply the stream. On top of the stream, I can apply the filter. In the filter, I can have that predicate lambda function, which will say whether it is a like within that range or not, and then I can just print it. Okay, so how to do that? So we know list of numbers is our collection. So let's say list of numbers dot stream. So stream method dot filter. Okay, so predicate. So what is the predicate we are going to do here? Design. So the design will be, so for each n, okay, I'll say n greater than 0. Okay, n greater than 0. I'm going to say the and condition here. So and n less than 10. Okay, so what it is going to give me? N greater than 0 and n less than 10. That means 1 to 9, these all element, okay, these all will be captured through this filter. This filter is going to filter out these many elements 1 to 9. Okay, and what I need to do, I can just simply put a for each, and I can just display them. So for each n, I'm going to system.out.print. So I'm going to print n. So n, I can append it with a space. Okay, so let's run it and see. Okay, here directly I'm giving the system.out print. I'm not collecting and I'm not storing it to another list and just printing the list. Here only in the same statement I'm using for each. I'm iterating over the result. Whatever the result is written by the filter, I'm going to iterate over it and then I'm going to print it. So let's run it. See, so the numbers are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So similarly we can have one more. So to get the details from this list, and n greater than 10 greater than equals to 10, okay, and n less than, I think 16 is that right, 18 I can see, okay, 17, okay. Here if I run this one, n greater than equals to 10, that means equals to, it will include 10 and less than 17, so up to 16 it will go and it will print. Okay, so let's run this one and see. Even I can mention here. Okay, I think I have to give one s out. Okay, okay, this is just to distinguish between them. Maybe I can give 20. Let's say it goes till 20. Okay, so anything you can give depending upon the condition. I'm just want to show you the example of the and conditions over here. Okay, so if you see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and then 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. Okay, so this is how we are going to use the filter. Okay, so we saw the example of the normal filter, we saw the example of the filter with the and condition. So there is one more I can say, like filtering null from a collection, and we can say if there are multiple nulls are there inside a collection, we can say we can keep the condition as like the n, then lambda arrow symbol, then n not equals to null, we can say. So then it will collect all the not null values, right? So it's all related to how you put your lambdas over there. Okay, so that condition it is going to evaluate, and on the basis of it, it is going to give the result. So let's have one more on the user defined class type. So let's say we have a class called student. Okay, let's say filter 3. So here filter demo 3 rename. Okay, so now main method, sorry, main. So before that, let's have a class student, I can say. Yeah, okay, so class student, and inside the class, okay, say int age and public, sorry, so class student int age, and the student has a age, student gives some fee, int fee, okay, and let's say student having some name, okay, string name. So three things: the student has age, student gives fee, student has name. So now we are going to create a student. This is nothing but the constructor of the student. Okay, so we'll give all those values over there: int age, comma, int fee, comma, and string name. Okay, and here we're going to say this dot age equals to age, and this dot fee equals to fee, this dot name equals to name. So we are going to create few student entries, and each student has three attributes. One is the age, one is the fee, one is the name. So these three things we are capturing with the help of the constructor. We are assigning. Okay, while creating the object, these things will get the value, actual value. So now we have the filter demo 3. So here what we are going to do, we are going to add the create the student object basically. So we'll create multiple student object, and those student object, what we'll do, we'll add it into a collection. Okay, so let's say list of, I can say student, right, because the class is student, list of student, let's say student info equals to I can say new array list, right? So I'm going to implement the array list, and what is the type? Array list of type, it will be student. Okay, and let's import import class. So this is done. So I created a student info object, or the collection object. Okay, so in the collection student info, I'm going to add the list of the students. So how to add that one? So let's say student info dot add, right? That's how we add to the list. So dot add. So how to add? So we have to, what we need to add, we need to provide these three parameters, right? So age, fee, and the string name. Let's say new. Okay, new student, and here I'll say age. So let's say age 20, t is 2000, and name is, let's say Sam. Okay, so this is one entry. Cool, everyone is clear? So now similarly, what we can do, we can add multiple entries. Okay, let's say 33,000 Anthony. Okay, and here let's say 44,000, any number you can take, and David. 50, let's say 6,000 Sally, and 80, let's say 9,000, and here Dave, let's say is 80. That's okay. So let's say 30. Okay, so this is 30, I already have. Let's say 32, and here let's say 5,000. Okay, and name is Vicky. Okay, so let's update. This doesn't look realistic, so 30, I can say 32. Okay, so 32, here I can say 34 something, 34, 37. Okay, so we have these many students, and each of the student, they have a age, they're paying some fee, and they have their name. So now I want to filter from here. Okay, so as I told you, so we have to go with the stream, and then we have to apply filter on top of it. So how to do that? So let's go and see. So student info, already have this object dot. Okay, so you can see the stream. Let's add stream method dot filter. So now the question is, what kind of the filter we are going to apply, right? So here let's filter, what is the example? Let's filter the students. Let's filter the students having uh, fee greater than 2000, greater than 4,000, right? And age greater than 32. Let's say age greater than 32. Okay, so these two conditions we have to apply. Student having the fee greater than 4,000. Okay, and students whose age greater than 32. Here I can reduce something, we can see 1,000, it will not come. Okay, both the condition has to be satisfied. So now in the filter we have to apply that condition, right? So let's say I'm taking a s means student. So here you can see, right, student lambda predicate. So let's take this one. Okay, so student, or I can say s. Okay, so s will be, what will say, s dot, we have the property age, right? So age dot age, it should be greater than 32, greater than 32. Okay, the first one condition is done here. Is lambda symbol age dot age greater than 32, and okay, let's say and s dot fee. Okay, fee greater than 4,000. Okay, so these two things I have already applied. Okay, dot for each. So for each also, here I can say s, for each is lambda. Okay, So I can say system dot out dot print. Okay, so what we are going to print, let's say print ln, we are going to print three things, right? Name, age, and fee. Three things we are going to print. So s dot age plus append it to a space plus s dot fee plus append it s dot, sorry, s dot age fee, so s dot name. Okay, so these three things I'm going to print. So let's see, let's run it and see what we are getting in this case. Okay, so after running I'll explain one more time. Okay, I didn't give space here. Okay, let's give space. After state name also let's give some space. Okay, let me run it one more time. See, so what we got 37 9000 and Dave, this is the one, and we got 33 5000 and Becky. So this condition, if you see the 34,000, the second condition is not satisfied here because fee is not greater than 4,000, fee is less, fee is equals to 1,000 here. So this condition, though the age criteria is getting satisfied, the fee criteria is not getting satisfied what we are giving in our lambda. So this is how we're going to use our user defined classes, and there whatever the properties we have, on top of that we can apply our lambda. This is nothing but the lambda that we're, or the predicate we're going to apply. And if you have seen the last example, there also we are using this double and, right? So two conditions, there are the two things we are checking here, and we are giving it is giving the result as for this one. Okay, so this is all about the filter in the streams. If you want to see like how exactly we did, we created a collection, right? And after creating the collection, we applied stream method, and on top of the stream method we apply the filter method, and inside the filter method we have applied the lambda, right? And that is mostly the predicates we have applied, and depending upon those filtration conditions or the filter condition, right? So it gave a new set of the data depending upon those filter criteria, and that we can collect collectors dot as list, we can collect them, or let's go there and I'll quickly show you. So collect collectors dot to list, so we are collecting them to a list of the collection, and then we can store that into the another list. Okay, and or what we can do there, only with the help of the for each we can print it. Okay, so yeah, that's all into the filter, guys. Thank you for listening to the session and watching the video. If you like it, please do subscribe and share it with your friends. So